Hello, and welcome to the first edition of the reactivated Monday Minute for 2021, this first Monday, January 4th. I think it's fitting that Volume 2, Episode 1 start with a recap of this past year. I realize the first rule of 2021 Club is never to talk about 2020, but I think a review may be in order. Spoiler alert, this is going to be a little more than a minute. We started the year like any other year with the legislative session. It was a successful year for us, and we stopped some legislation like the BPO bill that would have been detrimental to your business in a number of ways. At the conclusion of the session, we headed to the Greenbrier for WVAR's first quarterly meetings. Hosting our meeting at the Greenbrier has become a tradition. The off-season winter rates give us an opportunity to let our members enjoy one of our state's treasures. Along with the committee and board meetings, thanks to 2020 President Jeff Maddox, we met with the Governor, Jim Justice, and State Auditor J.B. McCuskey. Well, it wasn't very long after that the year took a hard right turn, with Governor Justice penning his first executive order shutting down non-essential businesses. We immediately rushed into action, working with the governor and his staff to ensure that real estate and its related businesses were designated essential. We didn't do this out of greed or arrogance. We did it because of everything in the pipeline that potentially would have been lost had we been unsuccessful. As you know, we weren't. Rate locks were saved, cleared to closes closed, and our members conducted business safely and sometimes a little clunky as we figured things out, but with the ability to make decisions individually about what worked best for them and their business. I'm often asked by our members why give to RPAC. I can think of no better example than our successes in crisis during 2020. Thanks to our relationship with top government officials, we were able to put the things in place that our members needed to take care of their clients and customers. WVAR didn't stop there. We needed to make sure our members were kept informed of what was going on. It was our duty as the voice of real estate to be sure their shelter in this storm was us. As we all watched Zoom become part of our everyday vernacular, we went to work offering weekly Zoom meetings to our members, keeping them informed of the latest executive orders and rules, putting them in touch with state and national government officials, NAR staff, lenders, closing attorneys, etc. Senators Capito and Manchin, Congresswoman Miller, folks from the governor's office, the SBA, our chief accountant Chris Lambert, and legal counsel Brad Searles, Dave Hauser, Amy Schumacher, Mark Heitman, Ted Ranson, Marilyn Lovejoy, Mark Slotnick, Jerry Foran, chief legal counsel for NAR Katie Johnson, NAR political rep Drew Myers, and a number of other NAR special guests, all sharing their insight and expertise to keep us informed and armed with the tools that we needed to be successful during the pandemic. We also met weekly via Zoom with our local EOs and occasionally local presidents to keep everyone connected and informed. These calls were to make sure everyone was okay and let them know we were in this together, and to offer our help and assistance when needed. I'd say my minute was about up, but I hope you'll bear with me because this is important. 2020 convention was a casualty of the pandemic. It eliminated a CE class, a session with Dr. Lawrence Yoon, NAR chief economist, installation of officers, and our largest PAC fundraiser. We had to pivot. Sorry, Elisa, I held off as long as I could. Pivot has become my most used word for 2020. We worked hard to make up these losses. We provided CE via Zoom, at no cost to our members, thanks to our team of instructors donating our time. Thanks to Josh McGrath, Mark Mansour, Dave Hauser, Kevin Tenney, and Don Dotson. We couldn't have done it without them. We offered CE 3 days a week for 3 weeks, providing CE to over 1,800 registrants. Speaking of Josh McGrath, he, along with Tony Carone, Glenna Swagger, and Missy Buber, worked hard and fast to make sure that we met our RPAC goals despite no auction. We held a Zoom installation for our officers, state directors, and any local boards who wanted to participate. Special thanks to Region 3 Vice President Bonnie Burke for joining us for the install. There's a slideshow on our Facebook page summarizing the event and our award recipients. And thanks to Angela Mayfield, Dr. Yoon joined us in September for a Zoom session on the economy. WVAR Leadership Academy was another casualty of the pandemic. We had to stop mid-year, but the group stays in contact via GroupMe, Zoom, and connecting at quarterly meetings. We have a great incoming class, and the two classes will work together on modules 3 and 4 in 2021. The 2021 class has completed their orientation in December and is already working on their modules. I could go on, but I fear that Jody and Steph are the only ones listening at this point because my door's open. So final points. Along with everything else, we helped a lot of our members in their times of tragedy this year through Realtor Relief. We also revamped that board of directors. We graduated 2 additional GRI classes, one in Huntington and one in Harrison County. We completed several leadership trainings and installations at the local board level since we had to cancel our Flatwood session, pulled off 1 new member orientation, and distributed PAC checks. None of this could have been accomplished without one of the finest executive teams and boards a person could wish for. Each member was asked to lead in ways they didn't sign up for. 2020 President Jeff Maddox didn't get the year he anticipated, but powered through. Immediate past President Barbara Belcher, President-elect Amy White, and Vice President Nancy Williams put in countless hours making Zoom CE happen. 2020 Treasurer Patrick Lucas shepherded in our new accounting process, a difficult task enough in any year, but even more so during the pandemic. And Board Secretary and 2020 Realtor of the Year Jessica Lipscomb had another successful year with C2EX while performing her other duties, in spite of the pandemic. And last but not least, Steph and Jody at the office. So many people to thank. I apologize in advance for those that I may have missed. You're certainly not forgotten. Suffice to say, 2020 was without a doubt a year of challenges. We survived and are better and stronger because of it. If anyone still wonders what we do or what they get for their dues after 2020, then you haven't been paying attention. We have a lot to do in 2021 and we're up for the challenge. We'll save that for next Monday. Make sure you stay connected with us on Facebook and our YouTube channel. Stay involved, stay engaged, and stay safe. That's it for this week's Monday Minute.